What's going on, collectors? Optical 20 back for another video review. This time it's Black Panther from the movie Black Panther, and you can order this figure at bigbadtoystore.com. Just click the link down below. Beautiful figure. If you missed out on this one, don't worry. I'm pretty sure in the next couple of months you'll see a reissue. They'll just change the tag to Infinity War, but this one does not come with a head sculpt or any other features. That's Hot Toys model for you, and that'll be priced at $220. Just $30 less than this. I'm sorry, but yeah, jokes aside, this is a great figure. So you can see the box here. It has these scratches on the box that kind of like claw marks. Beautiful. It's purple and black, and the theme of the Black Panther and that energy source that his suit absorbs, which is a really cool feature that they added. And as you can see here, and I think they gotta add something because to give an incentive to those who bought the Civil War Black Panther, because it's a different looking suit, you know, but again it's pure black. So to somebody who's not really a big collector, when they look at this, you know, I'm gonna be like, hey, you know what, I can just keep my Civil War version because, you know, it's fairly similar, but they added some new cool features, a head sculpt, you know, that spear, so that makes it a bit worth it. So if you do have the Civil War version, I mean, if you want to keep it, it's still pretty cool. Good looking figure. I actually like that suit better without the lights compared to this one. It's just something about it that looks more heroic to me. But you can't deny the awesomeness of this figure as well. That is a game changer when you had that UV lights, and also the head sculpt doesn't hurt as well, which is actually a lot better than I thought it would be, because I've seen some prototype, you know, like the in-hand pictures. Maybe it's the camera, but it didn't look like Chadwick at first, but you know, I was pretty happy with it. And you saw the hands, there's a bunch of details on it. It's pretty cool, you know, some not your ordinary hand gestures, so to speak, more of an attacking Black Panther gestures. And it comes with a spear, as you can see here. It's a little disappointing. I'm not complaining here that these things are not actually fabric, that are kind of beaded out or something. You know, even the rope is made out of rubber, and it's not a deal breaker, not at all. But I'm just saying, like, even the feather right there, they could have made it real. So I get it, maybe in the longevity point of view, that, you know, this would last longer, you know, especially when a toy is holding it. But you know, Hot Toys, they're $260. I want as close as possible to the real thing, and I don't think that's asking for too much. It comes with that Batman eyes in socket anyway, that we've all known if you had the BVS Batman or the Suicide Squad Batman, which is a pretty cool concept that they did. They didn't have to do that, but that's pretty cool that they added. And this is the backdrop. It does not have any effects whatsoever. I wish it did. So when you turn on the UV lights, you know, because it's gonna be close enough that it would reveal something. As you can see, this is one of the nicest accessory that it comes with. So it's the base, that it's a regular base that they have, but you can put batteries underneath that it would power these two towers that, you know, that disperses the UV light. Do you call that UV? I suppose. First thing, that Thor has that on his eyes. Now Black Panther suit has this entire purple effect, which is really nice. I can tell you right now, it's really nice. I don't think I shot that, like I've shot it on the head sculpt, but throughout his body there's a whole bunch, which is pretty cool. And this two post is made out of cardboard box, so it's not too sturdy. I wish it was plastic at least, so you know, it wouldn't be such a scare if you drop this or somebody sits on it. You know, I got two kids who was always not the most careful people in the world, but so just gotta make sure that they don't mess around with this. And you can see there's two switches. One is on one, on two. On one is for batteries. I believe on two is if you decided to plug this in, which you could, using a USB cord all the way to, you know, like your outlet. If you get one of those Apple, you know, plugs outlet, you can do that. So that's pretty cool. As far as his outfit, initial reaction, it will be boring when you first open the box. It's not, you know, you're not gonna be like, whoa, this is pretty cool, because it's Black Panther. It's not Hot Toys' fault, or it's just the way the design is. But looking further, there's a lot of nice features in this suit. It's really flexible, so you don't have any fear of at least I don't, of messing it up. I had the same fear. It kind of reminds me of the suit of Batman on the BBS, but a little bit thicker. But it doesn't hinder too much articulation, so that's the good thing. And there are reports that this is one of those fabric that heals up. Even if you put them on a dynamic pose or whatnot, the suit itself will heal up. That you don't have to worry about wrinkles and all that stuff. So I don't know. I'm having you take a look at this. At the same time, I just got this figure as well, but for a fact that I've been reviewing Hot Toys for a while, there's certain fabrics like the Amazing Spider-Man 2, I suppose the Homecoming as well. They kind of healed up, so that's a pretty nice option that you have there. I can't imagine. You know what? I do like the Black Panther first version as well for the Civil War. So if you have that, would it make sense selling that and picking this one up? I would have, but I didn't pick that up for the reason that I knew they were gonna come up with T'Challa head sculpt, and I was waiting for that, and my patience have paid off until Black Panther 2 comes out, and that will be more awesome than this. Who knows? But for now, I mean, I'm happy with this. It comes with this with the T'Challa head sculpt, which is initially when I was looking at some reviews and pictures online, it doesn't look like it looks like Chadwick Boseman, but having it in hand, I know you've heard this a lot, but it's not as bad as I thought it would be. It's not perfect, but it's not as bad as I thought it would be. I'll give you a good close up here. But as far as the head sculpt, I kind of like this better. I like the suit better for the Civil War version, but I like this head sculpt. It kind of looks like a panther, kind of like an animal, really. And there's a lot of things going on in his head sculpt, like some patterns and some Wakandan scribbles and all that stuff. So those are really cool. And the fact that you can switch out the eyes, something that the first Black Panther is as bare as you can be. It's a figure with a bunch of hands. So now if you want the head sculpt, typically you can pick it up on eBay for I think it's 11, but he looks like a giraffe because of the neck would be too long. So I think this is a perfect representation. Now if you have that, and would I still recommend this? I would say yes. I would say sell that. You probably won't get a lot because this one is available right now, so you might take a little bit of a hit. Unless you find somebody who just really likes that type of Black Panther, or somebody who's a completionist that would want to have every Black Panther suit out there. But without the UV, to me, they look so similar, especially from afar. If you're just displaying them, and somebody who doesn't collect Hot Toys would see, it looks, why do you have two Black Panthers? And you're gonna have to explain. One is Civil War, it has the power thingy. So, I don't know. I feel like that's kind of redundant to have both. But hey, I can't say that I'm the type of guy who has like multiple Batman. So. And here's the eye version, so you can take that eye out, similar to how you would swap out your Batman versus Superman eyepieces. And this is the light up version. As you can see here, once you turn on the UV, becomes a nice different figure. Like the UV is too close, so you might want to, I don't know, there's a technique where you just kind of don't have him sit completely on the crotch grabber, where you kind of just have the grabber support him. And I'm also scared that those two prongs on the grabber would leave a dent in his in that area. But yeah, this is the head sculpt for Chadwick, which is really nice. Is it 100%? Absolutely not. No, it's not. But it's good enough that I would say, you can't mistake it for somebody else. What's wrong with it? Might be the eyes. I would say it's the eyes, because the hair is nicely done, in my opinion. It depends on how the light hits it as well. Like off center, it looks like him completely, but other angles, it just kinda looks like him. I would say it's still an 8 out of 10, a solid, maybe even 8.5 out of 10. But it has to be in a good lighting condition. But what I mean by that is not too bright, because you put it too bright, the face it just looks different. So right now I'm only using two lights from the sides. So like in this angle right here, I don't think it's it's a pretty good angle for him. But that one and this one is not too bad. It's just the eyes. I don't know. It's a little bigger maybe. But you know, but looking at it in the pictures, because they did a comparison when he first came out between him, 11, and some other Vimal. I mean, I guess it depends on your taste, but for me, this one still looks better. Yeah, I mean, it's just me. I'm not even. And you guys know how I do things. I don't even drink the Hot Toys Kool-Aid, but you know, I give them props when it's proper, and I think this is a pretty good head sculpt in my opinion. And this is just one of the gripes I have is how to take off the head sculpt. I wish, and I don't have any problems. I understand why this is the what they did, but I wish they did it on the T'Challa head sculpt as well. You know, like, so I don't have to, because this piece right here, the black piece that is this one is it's plastic, so I'm afraid that I'm gonna mess it up taking it on and off. Like I said, I don't mind this piece. I understand why they did that, but they should have done the same thing with the T'Challa head sculpt. You know, just make it hollow, and maybe give us a purse or not. Yeah, but no, I'm just saying, even without a purse, they should have done that, because it's just, I think it makes it easier for us collectors to swap the head out. And you know, we'll give him a few poses before we wrap this thing up. This is him. Yeah, there's a few poses that you can put, you know, T'Challa in nice. The hands are not as much as Doctor Strange, but the Black Panther character is just so badass that, you know, with this gesture hands, kind of clawing his way in here like a cat, and ready to attack. There's several poses that you can put him in, and you won't be scared. I would say don't be scared to pose him in more dynamic poses. You just gotta hold the figure the right way. Let's say if you're gonna turn the shoulders, hold him in the shoulder joints. You know, don't just pull in from the elbow, because you know the suit is not like those typical cotton fabric, let's say from Jack Sparrow or a regular figure, that you might actually rip this, and it's pretty durable. But if you're not careful enough, that you actually might. So you gotta, these guys are expensive, so you gotta treat them with care. And here he is holding his helmet, even though it just retracts. I seen this on the poses too, on the Hot Toys promotional pictures, which is kind of weird, because his helmet now just, I don't know, maybe it's a nanotech, kind of like Iron Man, but it just, I think on the first one, the Civil War, and when he first came out, he can actually, the helmet is an actual thing, but now it just, you know, magically disappears to oblivion when he doesn't need it. I mean, he presses something behind his ear, and just, you know, but hey, I still like this option that you can do this, and you can take out the eye socket. I don't know if you can see it here, that it's hollow, so it just makes perfect sense. It's pretty cool. I guess you could still have the other eye, you know, except for the real eye, because that would be weird, because he's holding the helmet, and if there's a real eye in there, that wouldn't make any sense. Looking pretty good. I like him too on Infinity War, so if once the Infinity War, well, you can't just switch bases, because this one has this light up functionality. And here he is holding that spear, and look at me, like making him do a dynamic pose without the dynamic pole. And you can see those are the creases that you are gonna have once you decide to move around this figure and get him out of the museum pose. But again, have fun with this figure, man. I would say unless you're really rough on it, you should be fine. You know, I saw the sides right here on the right here, yeah, that it's kind of, the stitching is not the best, but I'm assuming it would hold up in a few more years, until they come up with a new Black Panther and it's time for me to upgrade. But in the meantime, this is really good, and it depends too, even if the new Black Panther comes out, it depends as well, you know, what kind of changes are we gonna see with this outfit. Is this gonna warrant, or if Hot Toys is even gonna do it, or they're just gonna do the quote unquote movie version, so they would re-release a new figure. But so far, you know, I'm happy with it. And high comparison wise, Iron Man is just huge, man. They should, I don't know why he's so tall. You can see the big difference. But compared to like a regular Hot Toys like Cap, you know, pretty close right there. Actually, as a matter of fact, I think he's a little bit taller because of his ears, and you know, it's at the end of the day, he's in the suit, you know, kind of like Iron Man, but probably not the same robotic features, even though it's a vibranium suit. So I don't know how it's constructed, weave basically. And here it is, guys. So thank you for watching. This is the review of Black Panther. Really awesome figure. I highly do recommend it. If you have the previous version, go ahead and sell it and buy this one. That's that easy. And thank you for watching, and please subscribe to my channel. Follow me on YouTube and Instagram. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook, and I'll see you guys in the next review.